ASML is this kind of crucial part of the AI supply chain. It's really seen as kind of a bellwether for the semiconductor industry. And as you said, this booking metrics is a really important metric. It's an indication of future customer demand. And, it came in, I think it's an 18% miss from the analyst estimates. And basically, investors are going to be kind of scouring these numbers and thinking, OK, what is behind this? And I think there are two things, basically. I mean, there's concerns about whether AI demand can keep up the momentum we've seen. There are some doubts about kind of key customers like Intel and Samsung, their ability to spend on CapEx, which obviously then impacts demand for ASML's machines. And then, of course, you've got the uncertainty around tariffs. It's worth noting that ASML did keep its 2025 outlook unchanged, but the CEO said, that's subject to some of the uncertainties we're seeing in the macro environment at the moment.
Well, so what specifically did they say on tariffs? Because even though we didn't expect the previous performance to be like this, we always thought that the focus was going to be on the outlook because of tariffs. What is it that they're saying comes now? So,
I mean, they're essentially echoing what we're hearing from a lot of business leaders. The CEO is saying, look, there is a new uncertainty in the market and in our sector because of these kind of trade tensions, because of these tariffs. And actually, the CFO in the video transcript they released alongside results kind of gave a series of scenarios of what kind of might play out. But to be honest, it seems to be that they have the same visibility we do. And at the moment, we don't know when semiconductor sector tariffs will be announced, and we don't know what the tariff rate will be. So there is this kind of huge uncertainty hanging over the semiconductor sector as a whole at the moment. And the kind of leaders of this pivotal company in the semiconductor supply chain are essentially saying, we don't know what's going to happen. We need to kind of factor this unpredictability into our kind of numbers for the future.
And, of course, investors also very much on edge about this AI boom, that's driven so much spending previously, the likes of Microsoft and Google pumping money into it. What are they saying lies ahead for that?
Well, ASML itself is saying, demand remains strong. They are saying in the release, they said conversations with customers suggest 2025 and 26 will be a growth year. Investors and analysts are not so sure. I mean, we've seen kind of huge demand for AI recently, but there have been some kind of cracks starting to appear, some doubts about, as I said, about spending capacity at key customers. And also, we had Microsoft walk away from data center projects recently, and some analysts have been flagging, OK, maybe this really strong demand we've seen, and ASML has been doubling down on that message about, artificial intelligence is really going to drive industry, but there are some indications that there could be softness on the horizon, so the market will definitely be kind of watching that closely.